I've been doing design work for 25 years, and so you just accumulate knowledge through that time, and yeah, this is just a conglomeration of everything I've learned. I decided I didn't want to sit in an office all day anymore. I was kind of tired of the living in a house, and I wanted a mobile lifestyle. So in 2009, I quit my job and went mobile living. Over the next few years, enough people finally convinced me that I needed to do something with it and offer it to other people.
Well, last day at Northwest Overland Rally. I am beat. The camper is a mess, but now we got adventures and plans to do. And I think I see Ryan from Sherp Tek looking at like a paper map out here. So let's go see what he's doing. Hey, what you guys doing?
Oh, hey, we're just checking out some map action.
That's old school.
We're kind of map geeks. We use it just a little bit. So I've been eyeballing this spot for a couple years. You know, we're here at the show, and I know we camped down here last time, and this is a steep ridgeline up here, and I see some roads up there.
Oh.
So I was kind of thinking, I think there's cell service up there too, because we'll be high enough to be able to do some work from up there, hopefully get a good view, and hopefully a sweet, like dispersed camp spot.
Sweet. Well, I think you're the expert with the paper map, so I'll just follow you.
All right.
What's up, everyone? Well, we're here in beautiful Washington. Just finished up Northwest Overland Rally with Ryan and Rebecca.
How's it going?
That was good. Unplanned, but I didn't even know this was happening.
We're working hard today.
Anyways, we just had a blast at the rally. These guys make some beautiful Sherp Tek flatbeds, some of the first modular kind of flatbeds in the game. And I was really excited, so I figured we'd take the opportunity to kind of show you guys how these things work and give you more details into the flatbeds.
Our main product is this modular flatbed. It's a completely modular system. It builds and transforms to meet your needs. Lockable side storage. They integrate closely with campers is one of our main things, but you can see what it does here is gets you huge volumes of storage. You asked me what this was.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
yeah, I haven't seen this yet. Oh, no way.
So
no way.
I have my bike stand built right in, tool bench.
Oh my gosh.
So you can work on your bike right here on the side.
That's awesome.
Just one of the many features of why we put infinite tie downs everywhere, because I don't know how people are going to use them.
These are, I think, some of the coolest part about these is just the slides here, and then also the slides on the inside.
And on the outside.
And on the outside, everywhere.
Yeah, so our infinite tie down points allow you, any kind of D-ring. We have different strength nuts that you can put in here to mount things like the bike rack or anything you want. And as an added benefit, it's an infinite bottle opener on the underside.
Woo! We did it! Cheers!
Otherwise, it's just kind of adaptable storage. Instead of lots of boxes that are small and hard to get things in and out of. Mm-hmm. It's much easier to just have a large volume and containerize everything. Fridge in here, it's just power wire coming out of the camper, so our solar runs the drink fridge. Well, I did like 5 years of talking to people and talked to 100 people. 90 different things are asked for. So I did my best to accommodate everybody with the design. We don't have underbed boxes, but I think you maybe got some pictures of some of our newer designs that have them. But
So this box slides out, loads from the top. Advantage there. You can do whatever you like with it. Cold beer, it's a cooler. You can put soap and water in there, wash your clothes when you drive. Options are endless. So sick.
it does have all the mounts and is ready for any type of storage you want, whether it's fuel tanks, water tanks, more box storage, kind of anything you want to do, compressor systems. My goal when I designed it was to always be able to say yes when somebody asked me for something.
Yeah.
So far, that's been the case, and so I kind of let the customers kind of drive what our product line becomes.
To see like how adaptable these can be to different rigs, but like different lifestyles and what you want, your sports, and I mean, it's crazy the amount of stuff. I think you were saying too, another thing with the outside slides is you can mount like surfboards and stuff like that. Yeah, I haven't seen a flatbed with this many options, I don't think, so that's cool. And then the Dragon back?
The Dragon back, yeah.
That's a whole other thing.
Mike Hallmark from Hellwig contacted us about doing a SEMA project. Showed me a picture of what he wanted, and I immediately said yes. In fact, no, he didn't show me a picture.
No, he didn't.
He told me he had someone fall out of the project, and I said yes. He's like, okay, well, I need it in 6 weeks. And I'm like, okay. So we hung up the phone, and we were on our way to go see family. And so I got my phone out and Googled what he wanted, so I could find out what it was that I was supposed to design.
We're in the car on the way to the airport. We're figuring that out. We were going to be out of town for 2 weeks. We're visiting family and had a whole new project underway. So it worked out really well.
That's
6
awesome.
weeks after that phone call, we were down in LA installing it. And it's now, the Dragonback is now an accessory to our flatbeds. We try to make I'm trying to make everything a bolt-on accessory. One of the biggest benefits of this is it's still a truck bed. When the camper comes off, you've got a super functional truck bed, way more functional than the stock bed. The Dragonback can just bolt right into the bed and have a cab over portion, like for a rooftop tent, or
that's cool.
If you're building a chase truck, or who knows. Again, if you look at the Dragonback, you just see our infinite tie down all over it. Because
it was cool to hear the different rigs. He's had a Jeep Willys up on there. He's had
side by side. That was the original configuration.
And now the Ural 2-wheel drive bike. I was thinking too, as a former motocross racer, like you could probably put 5 dirt bikes up there, all the gear, and 5 guys could fit comfortably in that truck and go riding. Like, that's cool.
And if you had a big tent set up, I mean, 5 guys could go riding and camping all in one rig.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome.
Of course, you'd want Hellwig sway bars and hair packs on it.
Yes.
Mic there.
Yeah, of course. The overload assist springs and all that good stuff. But that'll be in plenty of videos that I'll link above, hopefully, if I remember. But you'll see all about that stuff. So where are these built out of?
Eugene, Oregon.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, all made in the USA, 100%.
Nice. But you guys live here.
Yeah, this is our office today. Oftentimes we're at the shop, but any chance we get, this is our type of office right here.
Yeah, it's pretty cool to see, like taking calls, like doing work, and also being out here. So that's like, I think, a really cool part of the Sherp Tek brand. That's a super convenient camp chair, biodegradable, fully 100% natural. It actually, we didn't even need to haul it. It was just here.
That's right. Office reorg.
Yeah, just your classic Monday. It's Monday, right?
Yeah.
Monday morning.
I like to start fresh on Mondays.
Yeah.
You know, new environment, new office setup, change things around a little bit.
But yeah, let's check out the other side. I know the other side you've got a whole other thing going on. So
on this side, this is generally where we keep our grill. So we can pull over anywhere, slide this on out, and get ready to cook within minutes of stopping. So it's actually, we don't even need this side up. We can drop that down. The grill stays up on a slider, so keeps it pretty easy. And make some delicious meals out here. And then this makes a great prep surface too for when we're cooking and getting everything ready.
Make your family proud. Make people think you eat well.
right after I just ate some Doritos. Oh no, we won't put that sound clip in. Of course we will. Yeah, we had a terrible meal last night. It was like fresh salmon and like sweet potatoes and Brussels sprouts and broccoli and all homemade hummus.
All from a local farm in Eugene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Picked it up before we left.
Yeah, so I'm feeling terrible today. No,
Yeah.
super good.
And this is where we keep what we call our toy box. So we've got our bocce ball, our basketball, we've got a football in there. We picked up a wiffle ball the other day. So all the fun stuff.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
can never have too many toys on the road.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, these guys are getting me into like hacky sack and all the good stuff to like keep me limber. So
yeah, I took
That's
Coda
fun.
running yesterday.
Yeah.
So she got in a sweet run.
yeah.
So
And then you have dog food here.
Yep.
This is a big, I remember when I went full time, I ditched the big dog food container, and you don't need to do that.
yeah, when you got a big dog, you carry a lot of dog food. So we've got the dog food there, we've got the water there. We keep her long leash here and keep one of the sliders on it. So if we're going somewhere, we can just put her on the long lead, walk
That's
her
so
in on
cool.
whatever side of the truck we need to, and she can have free reign.
That's so cool.
So, you know, it's got the dam inside, nice work table surface. If you have something really heavy you're trying to load in here though, it can be rough on the back, but in very short order, you can just drop this whole thing down to get access to side loading anything you need.
Awesome.
And our new ones, these are our older hinge styles, but once it's in this configuration down, slides right off, side to side. Again, it turns into a flatbed if you need one, hauling heavy equipment or doing something like that.
Yeah, and that reminded me of Chris, who has the Sherp Tek flatbed as well, on Instagram. And you check out the Sherp Tek Instagram to see all these 8 different ways that you can set the flatbed up. You can have these, you don't even need to have the sides on, right? And you can have boxes, and then obviously you can have no camper, and even without the camper you could have just completely flat, right? So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, I know everyone wants to know why, like with something that takes this much work and design, and why did you build these?
This came out of pure necessity for me. I decided I didn't want to sit in an office all day anymore. I was kind of tired of the living in a house, and I wanted a mobile lifestyle. So in 2009, I quit my job, built up a Sprinter van at the time, and went mobile living. And that lasted about a year and a half until I realized the van really wasn't like doing everything I wanted, and that's when I got truck and truck camper. I always thought I would put a flatbed on it when I bought the truck. A couple years later, where I was like, okay, I'm gonna start shopping for a flatbed, and started shopping around, and was I don't know how to put it nicely, kind of disappointed in what I was finding out there. So I went to the drawing board and started designing my own, and designed a very simple, very inexpensive flatbed for myself, and got all the storage out of it. As I'd run into people, they just loved it. Over the next few years, enough people finally convinced me that I needed to do something with it and offer it to other people. And that's kind of where the whole concept started, and my whole thing was like, well, I'm not gonna try to sell something. My first one was a little funny looking. And it was functional, but I know people kind of care what their rig looks like, so started doing the market research, doing the design work, and that's where it really came out. Like, people always want something different, so I had to think hard about how I could design something that could be all the different things that people were asking for. And I've been doing design work for 25 years, and so I, you just accumulate knowledge through that time, and yeah, this is just a conglomeration of everything I've learned and studied and seen and done through time. And Honeycomb Aerospace panels that are custom made for our application, and our own custom extrusions. It's an aerospace construction. It's bonded and riveted for long-term durability and really clean look. It's fun to see people study this thing and crawl all over it and wonder how it's held together.
So what in the world is that and these slides? And like, there's some little things going on in there.
Yeah, well, I mean, what you're seeing there, it's our own custom tie-down bracket and how the camper's actually held down.
Wow.
Those of you with truck campers will notice that you didn't see any tie-downs holding our system on. So this system integrates directly into our bed system. All these channels are structural parts of the bed. So you can mount heavy-duty items on top and underneath to them. And the one up there is an alignment bracket. So, again, those of you with truck campers who have spent the, half hour, sometimes longer, loading a truck camper, getting it on just right, hopefully not getting in fights with your spouses. This just takes all the headache out of it. You back in, and when you lower the camper, it puts it right into position. Headache-free camper load.
That is awesome. And these tracks, do these go all the way across?
All the way across.
Wow.
Top side, bottom side. They're on the cab guard, on the flank sides. I put them everywhere possible.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, that's so
What
cool.
makes it so adaptable, and then basically all the accessories attached to them, which that's what allows it to, be transformed. It's if in 5 years we decide we want to do a different camper, or a different style camper, maybe we want to do a rack system with a sweet rooftop tent or something, we can kind of just start from scratch with this system. It'll adapt to whatever you want.
That's so cool.
Here in Worth, one of our partners, who maybe we'll meet in a video, wanted a rack for his ladder to hang his max tracks and some different things on, and kind of came to me, and I'm like, I can see that, but I want to Sherpify it. So we spent a month in the design realm and came up with this. You can see that it kind of follows my design philosophy. It's completely modular again. You can mount whatever you want to it. It locks onto the ladder, so if you've got expensive solar or gear on top like we have, it kind of makes it really hard to climb the ladder.
That's
but you
awesome.
unlock it and you still can access your ladder, get all the stuff you want off of it. It's on slide-off hinges, so if I didn't have the high lift on there, I would just lift it right off, and let's say, somebody, we won't name names, is in the backcountry and does something stupid and breaks their femur or whatever, and we gotta get him out. Take that off, attach some handles to it, we can go get them and carry them out. We pay attention to a lot of the nitty-gritty details. It's pretty obvious when you look at our product, and one of those things is fuel filling, because if anyone's ever owned a flatbed before, one of the huge headaches with it typically is filling fuel. Most places just slap on the fuel fill wherever it fits. It's usually underneath, which is not a recommended spot, so you can't just set it and forget it. You can't even pump it in very fast. You have to sit there and hold it and have your hand cramp up and just pump as slow as possible, and it's still spilling out. So paid a lot of attention to where we put our fuel fill, and so we've integrated them right into our cab guard. And for this year, a new thing we've done is put them on both sides of the vehicle on all of our beds. So there's a spot that's ready for a secondary fuel fill, but it could also be a water fill. It accepts a marine fill neck. So that's just ready to bolt right in, because we don't want people having headaches with our stuff.
Well, thank you guys so much for showing us these. I'm still blown away. I think I'm going to be thinking the next week or two, you know, about other things you could do with this system. But yeah, really cool to meet you and see this and hang in this beautiful spot. So sherptek.com.
SherpTek.com.
Sherp Tek on Instagram.
Sherp.Tek on Instagram.
Sherp.Tek, all that stuff. Give them a follow, check them out.
We've got a YouTube channel with some of our own kind of walkthrough videos you can check out. They're probably not as cool as Phil's, but that's hard to come by.
Well, thanks, man. And as to you guys, the only question is, are you down to mob a Sherp Tek flatbed? See you next time.